again, Rebecca here. This is the last day and my channel will finally be caught up. So today is Sunday, the 23rd of August, and this video is for my Saturday 22nd Take a Sketch / collection 8th post, and I am using the photo play Let's Stay Home and that page map sketch right there. This is the 4th layout that I have created using the same collection and the same sketch, and I have to tell you, I'm pretty darn happy with the way the layouts showed up, came out, even though I used the same sketch in the same collection. I'm just going through everything there that I'm going to be using for this particular layout. Now, I did have to pull in some cardstock. You know, I've done that for every of the different layouts so far, and I'm absolutely loving the fact that I have been able to pretty much use up this entire collection. I'm going to have a lot of the stickers left because for some reason I haven't really been embellishing with the sticker sheet, but that's okay. However, not too many. I think I have one 12 by 12 pattern paper left, maybe two, but I have very few scraps because I have been able to pull them over and use them in each of the next layouts. So, as the sketch called for, it is an 11 by 11 square. It actually calls for a square, and I have made different size squares. On this particular one, I'm doing an 11 by 11. And I'm just trying to use my grid mat there to line up the sheet so that I can get it nice and prettily, kind of sort of straight onto the paper. And to be honest, never thought I was going to be able to use that very busy rainbow paper, but alas, I did. So I'm pretty happy about that as well. Now, my initial thought on this piece of this strip that I had as a scrap left over, I was going to use the striped side. And I get it all ready, and I flip it over, and that's when I see the blue grid paper, and I'm like, yep, I'm going to go with that. So you guys do know that I pulled in some of this foil paper that's super shiny, so I do apologize for that, from my stash that I picked up at the Dollar Tree a very long time ago. And I'm just going to use that to border that strip. I didn't make you watch me fussy cut that all out. I did go ahead and have all this twine in my hand, and to be fair, when I was rolling it off of the spool, it fell and all of it, it all just unrolled, so I just decided to use all of it and ended up using up another roll of twine, since that is my August focus, product focus, that is. That really long heart tab right there, that was something that I had left over from the last layout that I made that was posted on the 15th. I did go ahead and die cut out the circle from my stitched circle die. Now, I flipped the sketch around. Basically, I moved the circle. The circle was on the right side, and for the first 3 layouts, I did go ahead and put it on the right side, and then I realized that I was pretty much making them all the same, and that really wasn't, showing anything on this, so I went ahead and moved it to the other side. I did go ahead and cut all these pictures down, except for this one, because I wouldn't have been able to cut it down, but this was something that we've been working on home improvements and remodeling, and this was, we have since moved to the inside of the house because there's not too much more to do to the outside, and it's just really way too hot some days. It has been cool lately, and we have been able to clean out the sheds and the garages and stuff, but anyway, my fiance had built a barn door for our living room, and he had leftover lumber, and he built a birdhouse. He was bored. I don't know why he was bored. We have a lot of stuff that can be done. He's building a coffee table right now. I'm like, we have 4 ceiling fans that need to be hung, but it's fine. It's whatever. Now, my initial thought was when I put this there was that little sloth with the heart, and it says, don't worry, be happy. I was actually my thought was to leave that sloth hanging out. Well, guess what? I believe I cover that all up with the numerous amount of photos on there. I'm going to go ahead and get this rainbow well, it's a die cut now, but it was on the 4x6 cut apart sheet, and I went ahead and just cut the rainbow out because, well, there's funky rainbows all over this layout, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and make that work. So I cut it out. Now, I did go to the Dollar Tree not too long ago, and I was able to pick up some more foam. This foam is not thick. It is very, very thin, and I absolutely adore it because it gives it just enough pop, but not too much, so you can actually layer more things over it. And I'm just trying to figure out the placement of my photos. He built the birdhouse. I went ahead and painted the birdhouse. Now we got him in production. He's showing me the built birdhouse. Then it's me and him, because I always take selfies, and then him hanging the birdhouse. Just a cute little accent for our landscape. You see how I've done that there? See how it's like all that circle, that sloth is all covered up? I'm going to grab some more fun foam because, well, it's not fun foam, I'm sorry. Fun foam has adhesive on one side. This is just foam. This is just called Crafter's Square Foam Sheets, assorted colors, easy to cut, create your own shapes, ideal for arts and crafts projects. And there are 32 pieces in there, so I'm digging it. I only picked up one pack because you don't want to have too many. So I do have, I'm gonna pop this one up on the foam. And I'm kind of placing it around to see how I like it. Now, if you see there, I did actually cover up my fiance's face and the birdhouse, so that is definitely not gonna work. So I'm gonna nestle this one right into there, and I'm gonna get this one on there. And I'm like, well, that doesn't work for me because, again, I'm covering up the fact that he's showing me the birdhouse, and then I get it all messed up. Oh, don't pull things off. So I'm going to slide it back underneath there, just like so. And it's almost going to be falling off the page, and I'm going to make the other side kind of do the same thing as well. But at least I didn't cover up the banner, which I am enjoying that. So this one I'm going to nestle right into underneath of that rainbow, and we're going to go ahead and get some adhesive put on this. Apparently a lot of adhesive, not real sure. You do not need that much adhesive. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get it. Now you see I did it again. I keep covering up that birdhouse that he's holding on the left-hand side of my face. And I'm going to go ahead and use this little die cut. It says stick together, and together we are better. I'm going to go ahead and put them right there. Just because there was like that weird awkward space. And to be honest, you can't even tell that there's a large stitched circle on this layout anymore. But that's okay. I know it's there. You know it's there. No one else will ever know it's there. I'm going to go ahead and cut just a couple more strips of this. For what reason, I do not know. Oh, I punched out some. I used my punch. I had yet to use my punch, I believe. I haven't used it. It makes clouds and trees and cupcakes and all kinds of fun little things. Of a cute little punch. So I'm going to go ahead and I punched out, I believe, 6 of them. 3 of them are going to be popped up. 3 of them are going to be flat. And I'm just getting all of the items nicely adhered down. Now the ones that are in the blue with the sloth paper, I was trying to pull that back in, and they are actually upside down because that's the way I punched them. And I figured, you know, rainbows usually have clouds, right? It worked. It was just an added element. Maybe I only punched out 5. I'm not real sure. Yes, I only punched out 5. So I'm going to have a look at the sticker sheet here, and as you can tell, I have not used very much of this, but I'm going to go ahead and just get this kite on there. And I'm going to use this like couple other things. Now that little sloth right there that is laying on a tree, I believe he says, let's stay home or something. He is going to serve as my title. I'm going to pick him up right there. I'm just going to look for a cute little place to put that, and I'm going to go ahead and tomorrow there will be rainbows. I'm going to go ahead and put the let's stay home right there. That is going to serve as my title. And I'm going to pull a couple hearts off this sheet as well. I haven't actually decided to do it yet, but I am going to do it in just a second. And I'm going to nestle them into the cloud locations. Now, if anyone would like to join me in creating wonderful layouts and videos for the month of September on these Take a Sketch / Take a Collection and create a layout for each Saturday in September, there are only 4. Go ahead and leave me a message below. I'd be more than happy to have you guys join me. It's kind of fun to see what you can actually do by using the exact same items each and every time. And thus far, none of my layouts have turned out to really look the same, but this is only the second month that I've done it. But I don't really scrap like in chronological order, so they'll never actually be next to each other. I did go ahead and have this washi sample booklets in my kit as well this month, just trying to get those used up. So I do go ahead and take this navy blue striped one and just get it stuck in there. There is not too much that I'm going to do to this layout, I believe. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button below. I'm not real sure if you can click the bell anymore to be notified, but I do post